Hi, I'm Andrew with Baker's Gas. We're here today with the X-Treme 375 X-Treme plasma cutter. So in this video today we're going to go over what this plasma machine comes with, what it can do, the portability of this unit, and then we're going to go over some accessories that you can also get with this, and we recommend to get with this unit. But let's jump right in. So got the machine out of the case. So it comes in a cardboard box, but it also, the machine is actually in this case. So it comes with this case. It's awesome. The machine itself is 19 pounds, so it's not very heavy at all. With the case and the leads and everything, I mean, we're probably pushing that 30 pound, maybe closer to 40 pound mark, but it's an awesome case. So on the inside of this thing, you can see all formed plastic. I got the owner's manual and everything, and you can actually tuck that in half and fold it, and it'll slide right in that slot. But these are very nice to keep everything in. Very portable. We got our strap, shoulder strap, which goes through the loops here. That's tucked down in there, and then you can see here, there's a plugged slot down in there. So this is 110 or 220. It's got your standard Miller thread-on adaptable plug there. So we got her plugged in the 220 just for video here. It comes with a consumable kit. It comes with just this couple of starter electrodes, nozzles, and O-rings and that sort of thing, and then it does come with an air fitting. Now that's an IM air fitting, just so you guys know, but then it's got a nice box to store extra consumables in. Put that back in there, shut this up. So pretty awesome, nice case, real nice. Very rugged. We have them in our rental fleet, and they hold up much better traveling around in a case like this. We've got our ground cable with our 25 millimeter DINs. Pretty nice cable, pretty thin, but you got to think this is just, a 30 amp machine, so we're not pushing a whole lot of power. And then we got our torch, which is an XT30 torch. Pretty nice torch, 12-foot lead, hardwired right into the machine, so you got to keep that in mind too when you guys are looking at all the competition and other Miller plasma cutters. This one's plugged in, you cannot remove it. So if something goes wrong with that torch, you got to bring the whole machine in, and we got to replace the cable. So we got to strip sheet mount, do all that, but just keep that in mind. We'll flip it around here, and I'll show you that we got our air input and our on-off button. So pretty simple when it comes to that, but like I said, 19 pounds, I mean, it is super light. We'll flip it on here. So you can see just a LED display. We got our temp, cut, pressure, and power. So pressure is orange right now because I don't have air hooked up. Now as soon as we hook up air, that should go green, and then when we cut, it'll fire off the green for cut. And temperature is just, we overheated the unit. So on this machine, we got 15 to 30 amps. It gives you the plug recommendation for running those. Obviously, 15 amp 110 plug, 20 amp 110 plug, and then a 230 30 amp plug, or 50 amp plug, I'm sorry. And then those are the three plugs that you can use on this unit. So maximum capacity, you got a 40% duty cycle at 30 amps cutting capacity. I think on 115, it's a little bit lower, but it's still, you get 20 amps, and it's like a 40% duty cycle on that as well, on 115. Still pretty decent. I love that you can adapt this unit and run on 220, 110. If you're going to run this off a generator, you need a 4,000 watt generator to run it. It's so compatible with all the Trailblazer Bobcat engine drives, right? So you can plug this right in, and you have an accessory in your toolbox, and you have a plasma cutter. So very nice to have, very handy. So we got our torch on that, and you got a little trigger lock. What I wanted to go over on this was just the consumable setup. So we got just a nozzle swirl ring, drag shield, a retaining cap there, and then an electrode is right there. And obviously that's all our consumables in that thing. Got a little detent, so that's got to be all the way on. Push that down, and it'll make sure all the consumables on. It'll throw an error code if that's not all the way down, just so you guys know. So accessories that we like to offer up is an extra consumable kit. So this is for the X-Treme 375 and 625, but so for the XT30 gun, I'll show you what comes inside of that. So we'll open that up. Obviously, more electrodes, swirl ring, nozzles, and then an O-ring down in there. a retaining cap, and then some lube for the O-ring. Always keep that kind of lubed up, because what happens when it gets dry, it breaks, and then we lose our conductivity through that end there. So keep that all going. Comes with a nice case too. Keep extra consumables in. We'll link that down below and put the price and everything on that. And then another thing that we like to offer up is the air filter kit from Miller. So that's going to keep all your dirt, water, and oil out of the air. It obviously just plugs in the back. I'll open that up right now here. And so we always say, you know, the biggest thing about plasma cutters is keeping the air clean and keeping moisture out of the plasma machine itself. So we always recommend putting the air separator or filter on the back end of that, just because, I mean, you got to keep it clean, keep it dry, and this thing will perform well. It should. So just on the front end, I'll show you that's the filter, and then this unit plugs in the back, and then obviously you got a quick coupler and everything right there, and then it'll dangle off the back end of the machine. It will fit with this in the case, so don't worry about that. Everything should go in the back there. But so for rated for cutting, I recommend that 100%. Now the output on this machine, so I said 30 amps, recommended is 3/8 plate, maximum cut. It will go up to 5/8, it'll cut it. But you know, 1/4 inch and 3/8, that's where it's going to perform its best. And it really does cut well. So watching my other video, we're going to cut with them, and check that out. We'll link that down below as well. But yeah, for all-around portability, and if you're not doing big sections of steel and you're only going to go up to maybe 1/2 inch, this unit might be the one that you want to take a look into. Definitely 3/8 and 1/4, it performs very, very well. So if you got any questions, comments, please leave them down below. We'll do our best to answer them. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for some more.